Yeah, well, it is St. Patrick's Day, and when you think of that luck of the Irish, well, think of that. But our next guest says you really can't rely on luck alone when planning for your retirement. Joining us from Bayport Credit Union is Stephanie Bard. She's a Bayport Financial Licensed Associate. Welcome.
Thank you, Shirley. Yeah, you're right. You really can't rely on luck. It's all about planning.
It really, really is. And for many years ago, people thought that Social Security was that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, that's right. And right now we realize that there are actually two pools of income when someone retires. Right. You're looking at the one that cannot be controlled, and that is the Social Security and the pension. The one that the retiree can control will be the 401k and the IRA dollars. Now, these can actually generate income for the lifetime of the spouse or the retiree and their spouse if invested wisely. But today's retiree is facing a few more challenges than the retiring generations in the past. What we're doing is realizing that people are living longer through medical advancement, so the money has to last longer.
Sure.
Not only that, of course, we've got to figure out how is that money going to last longer? How can we invest it to do that?
Right, and I guess the other challenge that has happened in recent years is job losses. People maybe having had to tap into their retirement savings years before they really wanted to, and that's depleted the resources that they have.
Yeah, and that has happened, and so that we also work with people who that has happened to. We try to find ways, creative ways, to try and make sure that that money that they've accumulated thus far can help them until they get a new job.
Right. So let's talk about that. How do you help people through the tough times? How do you help them deal with these new challenges? And eventually, they'll want to stop working. So, I mean, how do you help them have money for when that happens?
Wow. Well, normally this is something we sit down and talk to you in a one-on-one situation, because we can't do a blanket recommendation, obviously. But what we do recommend is that the retiree find a financial advisor whose experience has prepared them for this new discipline and this extended distribution phase as far as when they retire. And the distribution phase may last longer if they have lost their job.
Right. Right.
So instead of having 30 years of retirement, if they had to pull in perhaps an early retirement, it could be 40 years. That's when we sit down with them one-on-one, look at their financial picture as a whole, and figure out with these assets, what can we do to help them live a financially comfortable life. Right. That's really the goal of Bayport Financial.
I know some people are a little bit hesitant about getting this kind of help. How does it help to have that one-on-one with somebody who's trained?
Oh gosh, it helps a great deal. When we have retirees come in and they sit down with us, you know, when they leave our office after meeting with our advisor, Mike Long, and we also have two other advisors, Gene Kelly and Mark McKnight, they sit down with these gentlemen and they feel so much more comfortable in their plan. They didn't have one when they came in. They sit down with these gentlemen and they walk out with this,
like a weight lifted.
It's a weight, because they say, well, you know what, I am okay. I have enough assets. I will be able to retire.
Right.
But then they may walk away realizing, oh gosh, you know, I'm really not ready. So I think once they leave our office, they realize either A or B. They need to work a little harder, or they are going to be okay. And again, more comfortable when you have a plan in place.
Right.
We all know that. When there's a plan in place, there's going to be a lot more comfort in that.
Right, absolutely. Now, some people may not be ready for that one-on-one step. I know you also have some workshops so that you can maybe sit in the back of the room and get some advice too. Yeah,
matter of fact, Bayport Financial does offer workshops throughout the year to educate people on how to live a long, financially comfortable life, retirement. The idea is to make sure that the money just lasts. Really is. It's such a big thing to plan on.
Right. Well, it's always good to talk with you about ways to do the planning now before it really is too late.
Oh, yeah, don't want to wait.
All right, Stephanie Bard, thank you very much. If you'd like more information on building your retirement income or on a Bayport Financial workshop, call Bayport Credit Union or visit them online at bayportcu.org. Of course, we'll link all that information to our website at thehamptonroadshow.com.